Okay, so I think we got all the kinks out. I had to offload some things from my phone. My phone was at like almost full capacity, so so I transferred some files to my computer. It took a little while, so I've been away from the camera for a few hours. But we're back. We're going to try to remember where we left off. Those 3 videos were about 9, 6, and 3. We'll just say 6, 7, 8, 9, and not 18. Let's say about 18 minutes. So we're gonna try to fill 12 more minutes here because I'm trying to do 30 minutes. The Julien thing said do an hour. We're just starting out. This is just the beginning, so we're gonna try to do 30 minutes. So let's try to hit 12 minutes. Hopefully I offloaded enough stuff from my phone that this will allow me to record 12 minutes. I don't see why it wouldn't. And I love this phone, y'all. This is the the Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G. It can transform into Optimus Prime, and it's got all kind of crazy shit. You know, you can, if you're out and it breaks or something, and you're out on an island, a jet will fly out and fix it for you. It's pretty amazing. No, I don't do all that, but it is amazing. You can, one of the cool things on this phone, dude, I didn't even buy this phone for this, but you can literally take a picture, okay? You could take a picture with like you and like homie, you and babe, right? You and babe right here, or you and homie right here, and then you can erase them, bro. You can erase. If you like, oh man, I like that photo, man. I like the background in that photo. I like how you got the golden ball in Knoxville, Tennessee in the background. But I really don't like homie because homie is pretty ugly. Erase. You can erase it, and then somehow with the AI, whatnot, whatever, what have you, and all this and all that and whatnot and everything and all that and all. The AI will actually, from the context of the surroundings, will try to fill in the background. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it looks like oh man, we're getting a little dirty here. Sometimes it looks like a coochie. Sometimes it looks, it just like it's warped, you know what I mean? It looks like the inside of a fruit or some shit. I don't know. It's weird. It's wild. It's crazy. But it's a really cool thing. When it works, it works. And if you've got like a uniform background and then you erase the person, it works really well. But anyways, where were we? This is the idea here is to be engaging. So I think we're doing a really good job. You guys tell me what you think. Tell me if this is engaging. Tell me if take 1 is an engaging video. If it's got your attention, are you gripped? Do you feel like you're engaged, like this is gripping, like you don't want to look away, like this is riveting, like the movie Malignant, rated R, September 10th, is a riveting movie. The reviews say that it is nerve shredding. It is what's the other word I'm looking for here? Nerve shredding. Oh, there's another one. Anyways, it's nerve shredding. It's riveting. Is this that for you guys? I hope this is a little bit riveting. I hope it's a little bit engaging. I hope you're watching and you don't want to look away and you want to hear what I have to say next. You want to see what facial expression I'm going to give you next. You want to see what my hands are going to do next. You want to see what's coming. You're waiting. You're sitting there and you're excited about what's coming. So anyways, it's a good exercise if you really want to like release your charisma and become more charismatic and more powerful and own a room and be able to engage with people and be able to talk with people and be able to be more social and be more attractive and access the full range of your personality. Do this exercise. Record yourself. I already see it. I already feel it working. I already feel my engagement and just that I want to make a good video. I want my personality to be expressed, and I want to engage with you, with the camera, with you guys. And so I think it's pretty successful so far. But anyways, back to the bike. The so anyway, she didn't call me back the next day. She did not call me back the next day. And I'm like, okay, I showed that I was super interested in this bike. It was a glorious bike. Had a purr like a lion on steroids. You know, it was gorgeous, sounded beautiful, kind of looked a little bit old school. It's a year 2000. Wait till I tell you what bike it is. Keep you in a little bit of suspense. And so she doesn't call me back. I'm like, okay, it's 1 o'clock now. I'm definitely thinking she's gonna call me. I showed so much interest. Tried to get the price down, whatnot, whatever, what have you. And so I go ahead and say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call her. I'm not gonna sound too eager, right? I'm not gonna be too eager or seem too like I need this or too desperate about this, because I want the price to go down a little bit, $4,600, whatever it was. We can get that down a little bit, right? We can get that down a little bit. So I call her up. We're talking, whatever. She could not get the price down. It turns out this particular bike, this particular toy, this beautiful feat of engineering, aesthetics, power, beauty, all wrapped into this beautiful package. A 2000, it's a 2000, right? It turns out this bike is highly sought after. So many people are hitting them up for this bike. And I guess somebody had called in and they were going to come in and buy it. So they could not lower the price. They were about to come in and buy it, whatever. So I said, you know what? No, I'm coming in to buy this bike. That was the very next day. So, I go in. I buy the bike, and I forgot where I was at with these videos. But I guess that's the point of free association. You just freely associate and see where it takes you, what direction, what angle, what avenue you end up on. Spontaneity, adventure, charisma, fun. So wherever it goes, it's all good. I was talking about how I went out last night and took it for a spin, and there was nobody on the road. So we'll get to that. We'll get back to that. All right, on the side. So I go by the bike, I was talking about the training. So you get 2 days of training. I went and trained, right? Got my endorsement on my license, and 2 days does not really prepare you for the fear level and the adrenaline level that you feel, right? That you feel when you take this, when you take it out on the real, you know, in the real world, on the road, where there's cars, where there's actual danger, where there's actual possibility of you dying. Right? You don't learn that. You don't feel that feeling. When we trained in in a parking, like a parking lot, like a really, really, really big parking lot. So and you only hit certain speeds, and you don't have to. So the thing with a bike, I did not get an automatic bike. I got a I guess it's called a manual. I don't really know. It's not a stick shift, right? It's a manual. I don't know. I guess that's what it's called. I've always driven automatic, so I learned back when I lived in Wyoming. I learned briefly how to drive a stick shift. And it was just very brief. Learned it for that car, whatever. But it wasn't my car; it was someone else's. So I just learned how to do it for fun, and then never used it again because because all my cars, all my vehicles have always been automatic, and everybody's car has always been an automatic. So not only was I learning how to drive a bike, a motorcycle, I have balance. Balance was down. I learned that as a kid, and thank God that never left me. Oh golly, how crazy would that have been? I had to learn balance as well. No, that stayed with you. That stays with you, I guess. You know, some things they say if you don't use it, you lose it. Some things that is not true. So, which is amazing. So thank God, right? Thank God that balance, that you don't lose your balance, right? Why can't that be the way it is for mathematics? Why can't I remember how I did integrals and derivatives and complex numbers with imaginary numbers with I underneath? I do remember the square root of I is, am I going to get this right? The square root of I is -1. I think. What's the square root of I squared? Oh, that's the same thing, right? Because the square root squared, isn't that -1? What's the square? What is the cube root? I'm an idiot. Square root of I squared. Am I an idiot? I don't remember. The cube root. What is the cube root of I? Bro, I don't remember. But anyways, why can't it be like that? So we've hit the 12-minute mark. So we're just going to keep going because my story is not done. And that is the point, right? We're supposed to get into a kind of like a flow, right? Isn't that ideal? You want to get into like a flow, and there's this ebb and flow, and there's just this beautiful synergy, or this beautiful outpouring of you, of the real you, of the authentic you, the you that is inside, the essence of who you are. I thank you, Father God, that that you have made us in your image, that you have made us beautiful, that we do have things to share, and we do have things to say, and we are beautiful. And so what I share is beautiful, and what I say is beautiful. I love how RSD Owen, I love Owen Cook, man. He said, what you say has value simply because it's coming from you. Like, how true is that? Like, I love that. I'm gonna move this back just a little bit here. So I love that, right? That really resonates with me, and that really helped me to understand, because the person you're seeing here today is such a new, profoundly altered, changed version of me, a new iteration of me. I was not this, right? I was not this, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the confidence to wear cherubs for earrings. I didn't have the confidence to wear rings. Like, oh man, only cool people can wear that. I didn't have the confidence to wear, cool shit, to have a Johnny Depp look. They call me Johnny Depp. Sometimes they call me a pirate. Sometimes they call me, who else? Post Malone. I've been called Tim Tebow. A pirate, and who else? But that's cool with me because those are all cool things. So anyways, where was I at? We gotta bring this to a close eventually. But very cool exercise. Thank you again, RSD Julien. I sure do appreciate you, dog. Let's see. So call her up. I call her up. Her name is Cheyenne. Beautiful lady. Very cool personality. Very awesome. Very down to earth, personable. Very cool. Whatever, what have you, whatnot, this and that, and all that, and everything, and whatnot, and all. And that's right. So we're talking. Can't get it down. I go in, buy it. Where was I? Oh yeah, training. Oh yeah, okay, so you're training, so that it does not prepare you for the fear level. So, when you, oh yeah, clutch, that's what I was talking about, the clutch and the automatic. So it's not automatic, right? So when you're learning how to ride a bike, I'm learning how to drive a motorcycle, but also there's a thing called the friction zone. So the friction zone is you got your hand on, this is the left handlebar on the motorcycle, and it has a clutch, what's called a clutch. It's a lever. It looks like a brake lever. The right hand, this is my right, you guys are going to be seeing this is your left, I think. I don't even know, it's backwards, I'm not sure, but this is my right. Imagine you're on the bike, you're on the motorcycle. This is the right, this is the brake, this is the left, this is the clutch. So you have to let off the clutch slowly, just a little bit, where you hit the friction zone. When you hit the friction zone, the bike starts to roll a little bit. It's kind of similar to your car being in drive and you just letting off the brake a little bit, and your car will actually start to move forward. It's similar to that, but it's a little bit different, because if you let off the clutch too hard, the motorcycle stalls out. So this is bringing me to why this is a little bit scary, because if, say you're in an intersection, say you're at a stop and you have to, where I live, there's a place called Alcoa, or there's a road called Alcoa Highway, and they call it Alkilia Highway. I guess a lot of people die on this road. It's very dangerous, whatever. And the funny thing is, you have to take this road to get home from the motorcycle dealer, unless you take a longer way, which is what I did, because I was too afraid. So, but anyways, you get to the stop sign, right? And then these guys are going really fast down Alcoa Highway this way, and then they're coming this way, and you have to cross over. You gotta cross over, and there's a potential for you getting hit because there's no light. So if you let off the clutch too much and it pulls you out a little bit, and then you let off and then you stall out in the road, you can get hit and you can die. So that shit was a little scary for me. Anyways, moving this along. You don't learn that, you don't have that kind of pressure on you when you're training. When you're training and when you're learning to ride a bike, and you're learning the friction zone and the throttle and all this, and what you do is as you release the clutch a little bit, you gotta hit the throttle a little bit so you start to go. It's kind of like you're matching them up. You're matching them up. It's kind of like how I like to say it. You're matching them up. So you're matching the releasing of the clutch with the revving of the throttle. And so anyways, so I buy the bike and I'm like, okay, this is kind of scary. I'm not going to take this out on the main road right away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, like, there's like some back roads right behind the dealership. So I take it back there, ride it around a little bit, and dude, it's not even a main road, it's a back road, and it is scary as hell. My adrenaline is going, because the bike is doing things. So I'll go ahead and tell you, it's a ZRX 1100 Kawasaki. It's one of those that's touted as, I guess it's highly sought after. It's a sport bike. It's one of those things that's super versatile. it can go really fast. You can race it, or you can just drive it. You can just cruise. You can just chill because it's got a seat where it's like a comfortable seat. It's not like a crotch rocket seat that's not comfortable. So anyways, so yeah, so ZRX 1100, so it's 1100 cc's. My buddy, my neighbor actually, he rides, and he was laughing. He's like, don't you think that's a little too much cc's for your first bike? And I was like, bro, I saw her, I fell in love with her. I call her my She-Hulk because she's green and purple, and she's my She-Hulk. You know, I can't really call her the Hulk because she's a she, and so Hulk doesn't really work, but She-Hulk fits the bill. So anyways, yeah, saw it, fell in love with it. ZRX 1100. Look that up. It's a beautiful bike. It's a gorgeous bike. Anyways, I walked out of the door right about five grand or 5,400, something like that, 5,200. Very worth it. Drives like a dream. Like I don't even know. You want to say drives like you're riding on a cloud, like you're riding on a Goku's Nimbus, but honestly, it is that smooth. But because it's, you know, it's got that it's got that power and that rumble to it. It is. I don't want to make it seem like it's like soft, because it is. It's powerful. It is a powerful bike. It can get out from under you. Like, there was some scares I had when I took it on the back road. Before I even took it out, before I took it off the lot, I took it on these little back roads, and it like felt like it was jumping and getting away from my heart. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was scared, bro. I was scared, dog. And I've been skydiving, bungee jumping, all kind of shit. This shit is scary because it's different, because it's not a car. You don't have metal surrounding you, protecting you. You fall off the bike. I mean, you're that's it, bro. You're gonna be in serious pain. Either serious pain, something's gonna be broken. You're gonna be battered and bruised, at the very least scratched up a little bit. You could die. You could be paralyzed. You could lose something. You know, there's so many different things that could happen. So it's a different type of concern, things you're concerned about and things you're thinking about, and a different regard you have for your life. And so I take it out on these back roads. I'm kind of getting the hang of it a little bit, but it's doing all these twitches that I was talking about before. It's like twitching and jerking and doing things that I don't really know what exactly it's doing, because I'm trying to shift gears into first gear and then release the clutch and hit the throttle and then shift it into second gear. And then as I go to release the clutch, as it's going into second gear, it starts like sounding like it's revving up, and I'm like, what is happening? But it turns out that you can, I asked my buddy, he was like, if you're gearing it up and you're hitting second gear, then you can kind of just make sure you don't hit that throttle too hard, because you're gonna the bike's gonna leave you and you're gonna fly off the back end of that back end of it. But you can kind of dump the clutch, he said, so you can just really release the clutch and then just start going. But it didn't feel right to me. I thought it was gonna like shoot out from under my ass. And so anyway, so I'm on edge a little bit. My nerves, right? The course, the school just taught you. It just teaches you how to operate it, and it teaches you, I mean, they teach you some cool shit, like how to swerve. One thing I remember that is very important is swerving and braking are always done separately. If you go to swerve, make sure you don't brake at the same time. If you go to brake, don't swerve at the same time. So yeah, anyways, I take it out on the back road, and then I'm like, okay, this back road winds around and into where like there's kind of like a main road, like a back main road, kind of, you know what I'm talking about. And I say, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull it out. Let's see what happens. Pull it out on that road, fine, cool. Like, okay, I'm not going too far on here on this road, so I pull into like a little lot thing, and then try to bring it out, try to, you know, do like a little U-turn to bring it back to where I started and go back to the dealer and like get off this thing. And I had my fill for the day. My nerves were a little bit, you know, I was a little, my adrenaline was going. I was a little scared. I was pumped up, nervous, anxious, all of these feelings when you feel like you could die. So anyways, I go to pull out of this lot, and I stall out in the road, and there's a big ass truck coming, a big ass, like, I don't know, a Ford F-150 or some shit. Bro, my shit was right? I'm like, dude, this cannot be happening right now. So thank God there was enough distance, right? I'm here, I'm alive, praise God. They slowed down, and I backed up, used my legs. You know, if you're on a bike and you gotta use your legs a little bit to back up or move forward. I backed up a little bit, whatever, and let him go, and then I was able to get on the road, nice, brought it back to the dealer. Did not take it home that day. I was just not comfortable, whatever. Next day, I have my homie, I have my guy who I can count on. He was there for me. Love him to death, dog. That's my guy right here. And him and I actually, his name is Damaris. Him and I actually took real estate courses together. So yeah. But anyways, he helped me out the next day. I had him follow me. I did not take Alcoa Highway. We took, what is it called? We took Pellissippi Parkway. We took that all the way down. Took the long way, whatever. It was fun. It was cool. He followed me. Was on the highway. I was hitting about 70. So anyways, the rush of that, like, it's just so much. It's so different. It's like this feeling of power that you have this like amazing control of this amazing, like, control at your fingertips, this power at your fingertips, and like almost like you can fly. Like, what would we do if we could fly, right? Dude, I really feel like when we get to heaven, I really feel like we're gonna get to fly. I really feel that way. I really feel like that. And then, you know, the word talks about angels with 2 wings that cover their face, 2 wings that cover their feet, and 2 wings to fly with. So I really think we're gonna be able to fly. But for now, I'm gonna be flying on a Kawasaki ZRX 1100. But so got that home, thank God. Got it home nice and safely. On the ride home, I'm still trying to figure out the kinks and the tweaks and the jerks and all the what's going on with this bike. She's not my baby yet. Working on making her my baby, molding her to be my baby. You know, we're trying to become one. Her and I are becoming one, and we get closer. We're a lot closer to being one now. We kind of coalesced a little bit, if you know what I mean. If you so anyways, let's see. So we're becoming one. Where are we? Oh yes. So on the way home, trying to figure out the kinks and all this, and then it starts like almost like it's like decelerating or de-throttling, or like it's like kind of like, I'm like, what's going on? What gear am I in? What am I doing wrong? And it's kind of like it's dead, like it like it died on me or whatever. It's dying, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna bring this to a stop. Bring it to a stop. I didn't even realize I forgot to get gas. So I ran out of gas, and so thank God with motorcycles there's a reserve. You can on the left of the bike, there's a little valve, and you can turn it to reserve gas, and that was enough to get me to the gas station. Whatever, got it there, got it home safely, thank God. And so yeah, we hit the 30-minute mark. I think it was pretty engaging. I took her out for a spin last night, like I was saying in the beginning, and there was nobody out on the road. I was driving home from, I don't remember where it was, a gas station or what, I don't remember where, but I just got a wild hair up my tail feather, and I said, dog, I said, bro, I said, let's ride. There ain't nobody on the road. It's gonna feel really freeing. I haven't rode in like over a week, and it just felt like freedom. It felt like a Red Hot Chili Pepper song. It felt like Californication. It felt like under the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, I could not get enough. Yeah, no. It just felt like freedom. It felt like I was flying. It felt so amazing. There's nobody on the road. You're just hitting second gear. I even went into third gear. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow. I felt like I had more control over it. I had more power over it. I had more to say. I had more to utilize, more of me to use. More of my motor skills were kicking in. More of my motor memory was kicking in. It was becoming a little bit more second, like I was saying earlier. We're coalescing. Her and I are coalescing. We're becoming one. Like Gohan and the Z sword. Like Goku in becoming Ultra Instinct. We got to know Gokui, right? It's just kind of working out. It feels good. It feels right. It feels righteous. And there's no feeling like it. It's pretty cool. And so I guess this will conclude the video, the first video, or first like little chunk of videos. It'll be like 4 videos for this practice of trying to make an engaging video, trying to see if I could sit here and sit in front of a camera and be engaging and be here, be present, and really let the full range of who I am kind of spill out, and see if I could like hold the attention here and continue to speak and continue to emote and continue to talk about things and continue to freely express for a prolonged period of time. This is a cool exercise. We're going to try and keep doing this. This is take 1. This is the first one, but like I said, I've been practicing on Snapchat for a few years now, so I have seen the weird shit of like the tension in my face that I used to have, different tensions and different weird facial like expressions that were not real. They weren't authentic. It was just tension inside from the past, from my childhood, from traumas, whatever. I've been able to release and let go and just be a lot more free. So yeah, this is video 1. Thank you again. Shout out RSD Julien Blanc. This is a cool little exercise. I know I've said probably a lot, but that's okay. This is probably a lot more engaging than people or videos or things that don't use so you're very welcome. And we'll do this again sometime. Signing off.